My wife turned our kitchen into a museum of useless decorations and made my cooking experience a nightmare, so I let her enjoy her masterpiece and stopped cooking for her, and now she is furious. My wife and I, 37 male, 35 female, bought a house together 2 years ago. She had a laundry list of things she absolutely had to have, but I only cared about one thing. I wanted a good kitchen with plenty of room to work. I have been cooking my whole life, and I cook all the meals. We found a beautiful house that we both love, and everything was fine. She added her flair to most of the rooms. I let her choose the paint, furniture, and wall art. We both paid our share on everything, and the house is gorgeous. I love it. She has great taste. However, a few months ago, she started talking about wanting to do the kitchen. I was open to it. It was now the only room in the house that had not gotten personalized, and it made it stick out. The problem was that she wanted to put random knickknacks all over the place. Every day she was coming from the store with some new item. Baskets with fake fruit, big ceramic pots for flour, we do not bake, book-sized wooden blocks with sweet sayings on them, a wine rack and espresso machine, we do not drink either, vinaigrette decanters with glittery liquid in them, decorative plates that sit on the cabinet shelves, in front of the real dishes. It all came to a head when I found that she had put the toaster oven in the under cabinet and moved my big old chopping block to above the fridge so she could put a full serving tray with 4 cups, saucers, and a kettle set up in the middle of the counter, like we are hosting afternoon tea. We never do that. I told her I was not on board. The kitchen is the perfect size to get cooking done. I use the toaster oven 3 times a day, and my butcher's block lives in that spot. It lives there because I use it all the time. I asked her where there was even space left for me to put down my 20 by 28 butcher's block. She started showing what could be moved over to accommodate the block, and I said that I was not moving stuff around every single time I want to cut a melon. She kept saying it was not a big deal and I would get used to it, but I stood firm on wanting all this random stuff out of where I essentially work. She started crying and saying stuff like, "You do not get to just decide what is what." We tried talking about it again a few times, and it always ends with her crying. I do not yell or anything. She just refuses to accept that I do not want a cute kitchen more than I want a useful one. I have not cooked a full meal in our kitchen in 2 months. I make a few days worth at a time, of rice or potatoes and a tray full of proteins, bags of salad, frozen soup. I pack it up in the fridge to eat as needed. She is invited to eat any of it, but she does not like leftovers. She recently realized she is gaining weight, wasting tons of time in drive-through lines, and paying lots of money for food she does not even enjoy. Last night, we tried once again to talk about the kitchen, and it ended with me saying if it is so important, then just let me have the kitchen how it needs to be to cook right. She started crying again and accused me of blackmailing her health to win an argument. I gave up after that, and we both had to leave for work before we could talk it over. I feel dead set that as the person actually using the kitchen, cooking tools should not have to compete for space with useless doo-doo, and I refuse to cook in such a cumbersome way. What do you all think?